University in Washington, distributed by NPR. Until we meet again, I'm
Okay, we got somebody somewhere. Hold on. Let's see. Whoa, people are coming and going. I've never seen that happen before. Guess you don't like the suit or what? I think I covered all of them. Okay, well, I'm really looking for people who have used these, debt relief companies. I mean, that's, you hear ads for them all the time. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay. Hello, 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 everybody. Yeah, it is. There's so much, everybody's in debt. So everybody's going out, and the marketing is just going crazy. I mean, you go on the internet and you'll see gazillions, you put in debt or whatever, and you're going to see gazillions of people. So if anybody has stories like somebody, actually a Lesko help member just called and said, hey, I just heard an ad. Are they any good? Debt relief companies? Well, that's what I want to do, is tell you about. the data behind these debt relief companies. I mean, there's maybe some good ones are out there, but from what I see, they're few and far between, and you have options, and that's what I'm trying to do is let people know about options. And by the way, we still haven't chosen a winner for the free question mark suit. So I'm giving out a free question mark suit for Halloween, and I'll mail it out in the next day or two, and so maybe you'll get it by Halloween, but I can't really guarantee, but it'll be a good one for next Halloween too. And it's orange, so it's a Halloween colors. That's really good, to have Halloween colors, things like that. But if anybody knows, use the debt relief companies, because I haven't personally used them. I just, stuff that's secondhand. Now, if you go to the Federal Trade Commission, I'm doing a report. So people that are members of Lesko Help, I'll send you a free report on all this, and I'm about finished with it now. I just sent preliminary copies to some members recently. I mean today, because they mentioned it for some reason. Oh, this is the good stuff. But if you go to ftc.gov and put in debt relief, okay, here's what you're going to find. You're going to find that they just, and I talked about this before, the biggest debt relief company in America, at the time, this is like a month ago or so, they fined $25 million as doing a scam. Okay, so so when you go in, and even though they've been fined like 5, 6, 10 weeks ago or whenever it was, they're still like number 3 or 4 in your option. So if you see those ads there for debt relief companies, they're going to be right up on top, getting your money after they just scammed and had to pay a fine of $25 million. Now here's another thing. You go into FTC and look more, that's the Federal Trade Commission. If you're not aware of them, they're great for consumers because they try to keep people honest. They're the people you complain for. Like if you're pissed off at me because I ripped you off with something or whatever, that's where you go, and also to my state attorney general because they could go after me too. But that's who you complain to. And so when they get enough complaints about somebody, then they investigate. This is how they work. And that's why, to me, I always, in anything I sell, I give you the money back. So then you have nothing to complain about. I give you the money back, whatever. Because I can't, when I advertise, I feel I can't, people see like 1 minute ad or whatever, and they read something into it that I didn't really mean. I could have implied, a salesman or lead you down a golden path sometimes. So if anybody you feel like did that, I'll just give you money back. It's just not worth it. What, $20, $50 or whatever. And so that's why I feel I don't go to lawyers to find out if what I say is right or wrong. No, if you feel it's wrong, I'll give you money. Don't worry. So I'm not gonna. That's why I don't have anything on my orders. That you have to agree to all this kind of stuff. No, you don't agree to anything. Here, I promise you something doesn't work. Think I lied? Give you the money back. So you don't have to fill out all that fine print. I mean, that's stupid. It covers their butt. That's what they're doing. So if they can't stand by it, then you shouldn't deal with them. That's all. If you want to leave. Okay, so they have this one company, the debt relief. I forget the name of it, but you'll see it when you're there. That is fined $25 million. Now here's another thing. Then they have all the people that they've already found, all the debt relief companies that they found that have been screwing people over. Okay, how many do you think there are? How many debt relief companies have been noticed as scams? It's called scams by the Federal Trade Commission. How many do you think? Okay, anybody have an answer? Put some numbers up there. How many do you think? Okay, these are companies. You go Google debt relief now and see what you see there. Because you'll see mostly all, and even actually in this credit card stuff, you even have to be careful with .org, because a lot of people, pretend they're a nonprofit or something, and they're still ripping you off. Come on, no. Anybody have any guess? Come on, give me a guess. No, nobody guess. Nobody guess. Uh, oh, Frank! Wow, you're everywhere. Right? Yes, I think for you. I wish I could help people as good as you. Well, you just help whatever you got. That's it. You're able to help somebody. Everybody needs help. So how many, Frank? How many you think there are? How many companies you think there are? 25 million. Wow. I am out of debt, but I have a product that a company asked for a sample to be sent to them, possibly change a distribution of my products across the country. I have a trademark. What do you think? Okay, let me put that aside a bit. But I'm out of it. But I have a product that a company asked for a sample to be sent to them. Possible chance of distribution. Well, I would check to make sure they're a real company. And first of all, if your product is only $10, what the hell? You send it to them, you got nothing to lose. But you're talking about $50, $100 or something. Somebody's trying to screw you, then that's different. From Montreal, Canada. Weren't you in France before? Who is that? Oh no, that's somebody else. Okay. Has anybody won the suit? Not yet. So if you remember, go and send me an email. All because they raise your interest rate. So okay, no. Okay. Well, actually, here's the number: 1,831 companies that were identified as scams by the Federal Trade Commission. Hear that? 1,831 companies are identified as scams, okay, in debt relief. So that means to me that, well, wow. So there's a lot of landmines out there, right? It's not just one or two or a dozen or a bad apple or something like that. This is 2,000 bad apples. Yep. I mean, that to me is incredible. So, I mean, that should be enough that, sure, maybe there's people out there doing this legitimately, and I'm sure there are, but it's, wow, you just can't take a chance, can you? Because you have options. It's not like, oh, you don't do it, you do it by yourself. Okay. Because also, if you do go to one of these people, they're going to charge you money. They're going to get money. So they usually take like 25% or more, of what you owe. So if you owe $10,000, that means, you got to give them $2,000 or more, right? So that means now it's costing you $12,000, not only $10,000. So that means that's an extra $2,000 that you could use either to pay off your debt or to pay for other living expenses. So you're going to lose that kind of money one way or another. Now they say, well, probably that, oh, but we're going to do this service and you can't do it yourself. Well, everybody says that, right? But that's not true. Well, it may be true sometimes, but to me, it's worth at least trying the free places first. Okay, now you could get the same help for free. See, and that's the thing that people don't know, because otherwise you're looking, oh my, I got to do it myself. Well, this is worth $2,000. I'm probably going to screw it up and I won't be able to do it right. And I'll lose $20,000 or something like that. And they'll put me in jail or whatever. No. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, because here's what you do. Now, when you get if you remember, you get this report, and I show you about all kinds of things. Because see, what the companies, particularly credit card companies, can do is wipe off all your debt. See, you're just a digit. You feel that you're, you want to stand by what your commitment is, and that's good, and you should, and things like that. But we take it so personally. But the credit card company doesn't care. They're playing a numbers game. So they could press a button and wipe off your whole debt, because that's in their price of doing businesses. They know X percent they're going to lose business. Okay. Now they also have, if you have, there's ways, if you have a problem and things like this and a good case, that you could get that erased. Also, for just getting something, you can maybe get it down to half price. And then the IRS does this too. Okay, now if you're afraid to do all that, okay, or you feel a little insecure to either get it wiped out, because actually, there's a woman I know who's in a senior home, and a senior home where people aren't rich. This is a government subsidized senior home, and she was helping somebody with debt, who couldn't ride too well and everything. And this was the bank, SunTrust Bank, wrote them a letter about the financial situation this person is in, yada, 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 and explained it all, and got the whole thing eliminated, okay? So she got the whole thing eliminated. I mean, just with a letter stating that. See, they have the power to do that. So you could try to do that, or what they do all the time is compromise on something. Okay, use 10,000. Yeah, you owe 10,000. Okay, we'll settle for 5 and call it a day, or whatever. And so, how do you do that? Okay, well, here's where you go. You can go to HUD.gov and find the housing counselors. Okay, so HUD.gov, and look for housing counselors. Okay, now when you find them, then there'll be a list of all the counselors that get grant money. Now, let's say housing, but they do credit too. So they do credit and bankruptcy, and because they don't want you to lose your home and things like that. So they do all that stuff too. So you may read the fine print. Oh, that's just if I want to buy a house. No. No. So don't do that. Okay. So contact them, and you'll have a listing. If you go to that page with HUD counselor, you'll see, and that's .gov. Make sure you know .gov. I've seen people now out there trying to reel you in, and they pretend they're the government, and they're not at all. So you want .gov, and then contact them, and they get grants to help you do this. Okay, so that means these people are getting a grant. The people you're going to, for the debt relief companies, they don't get grants. They get the money from you. Okay, so the people I'm sending you already got paid from the government to help you. So why don't use them first? Don't use these people who are going to, bleed you for as much money as they could get. So you don't want that. Okay. Now, so then you do that, and you figure out a deal with them or what you should do, but do that first. I mean, there's nothing, like I say with the people in the report, you read all the stuff. There's 2 places to go to read this stuff, and I get all the links in the report for members. So members just ask me for the report, and I'll send that to you. It's consumerfinance.gov, and put in debt relief there, and you'll see. I mean, they do the analysis of how they're going to charge you money. Also, these debt relief people, what they want to do is to stop you sending money to the credit card company, and that's going to screw you up real bad, or it can. I mean, there's exceptions to anything. But these reports, if you read about in the consumerfinance.gov and ftc.gov about the debt relief organizations, you'll see the downside is treacherous. So it's going to cost you more money. The downside is treacherous. And not only that, there's 2,000 of these people who are already got caught already being scams. Now, how many have the government hasn't captured yet or identified as scams and got them off the market? So that's, to me, what's important. Why none of us are smart enough to deal with all that stuff. Okay. Now here's what you want to also do is learn how to use government programs to help you. Now, there's no government program that says, oh, here's a check to pay your credit card bill. Nah, you don't get that. Okay. But what you do get is money and cash to do stuff. You do get money and cash to pay other bills. You do get money and cash to pay emergency bills, things like that. So if you're in deep doo-doo, and that's right. Here's 2 free websites that I set up to have anybody start feeling out how to do that, okay? How to figure that out. So what you do is, if you have the report from Lesko Help, you read all the literature I put there and the links and whatever to read about the background. If you don't, then there's two places you want to go to. Is the Federal Trade Commission and find out about, you search there and you'll find about consumer finance. No, it's the Federal Trade Commission.gov and consumerfinance.gov. And so what you do there is a search within those websites for debt relief, and read all about the pros and cons, and then they explain it all to you very well. Okay. Then here are two websites I set up to help you do that too, to help you get government money and cash to help you over this lump or problems or whatever you have with your debt problems. Okay, so that means you need money to live on and get out of debt and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so you work with the free counselors, and then you do these things. You go to something called okay, you put www in the front of this, www.free.lesko.com, and then /Lesko member. And I set up my 35 little videos I have there. So that's /Lesko member, 35 little videos there that tell you about how the government could pay for things in your life. Okay, and I have them all there. There's health and dental, and burial even. You have a new child, you have a utility bill, you have all these kinds of stuff I have in there. Okay, for housing, for automobiles, all this stuff. So I have it all there, and it shows you. Then you have to find those programs in your state. So that's going to take some work. Everything does take work. Okay. But you have to know it's there. See, that's it. You don't know what to ask for. How the hell do you know? Okay. So that's what now here, that's the one website. The other website I set up is free.lesko.com/emergency cash. So free.lesko.com/emergency cash. Okay. So that's the other website. You download that and it tells you how to find the 5 places in your county that is likely to have emergency cash. Now, this cash money goes from about $700 they have for emergency cash. See, they're all getting money from the federal government to give this out as emergency cash. To about $1,600. That's the most I've seen. So you don't get 10 grand or something like that. But for emergency cash, and you don't know if you're emergency until you ask them. Yeah, I mean, it's not. Everybody has different rules and regulations. So whatever I say, it's not going to be right anyway. It may be right somewhere, but it may not be right somewhere else. So you have to go to the places where you are to find out about the emergency cash and what the requirements are. So that's those 2 websites. Okay. Now, so we found out about the government websites. Okay. So you have find out about the Federal Trade Commission and the Consumer Finance, FTC.gov, consumerfinance.gov. Then you go to the housing counselor at the HUD.gov. You look for housing counselor. You make an appointment to see somebody, face to face, so they understand your situation, and then you work it all out, how you can maybe get it 0, maybe get it half or whatever, but you get this monkey off your back. Okay. Now you need income. Okay. So you need more income. You go to those 2 websites. They give you one that shows you all the government programs that give out cash. Okay. Or pay your bills, not cash, but they're paying your bills anyway. And that's www.free.lesko.com/Lesko member. The other one is for emergency money, up to $1,600 emergency money. And that's free.lesko.com/emergency cash. Okay. So now we got those 2. So you're solving the problem, and getting professional help. That's free to solve your problem. And then you learn about government programs. Now, here's another website that you should know about, is ways to get extra money, additional income on the internet. That's free. Everything I send you will be sources of free money and help. Nobody's going to charge you anything on anything I do. So don't go and Google, oh, I want to make extra income and start a business on the internet. Forget all that kind of stuff. I'm going to give you 2 websites that aggregate and show you the different websites on the internet that give you money if you do stuff. You take care of my pet. you know, or whatever. I mean, all these jobs, they're called gigs, or you can, like Amazon has stuff where you pick out things for people who have websites, and you pick out the colors. What's blue, what's pink, where there's a door, and all that kind of stuff, because they can't get the artificial intelligence, the robots, to make those decisions. They hire people like that. So these are freelance jobs on the internet. They're all kind. You could be a customer service for Amazon at home and just work a couple hours. They're all freelance work. You work if you want. Uber, that's another kind of job like that. I mean, none of these jobs now require you to be there every day. None require you to be at all if you don't want. And it's completely fun. So it's a good way to pick up extra income. And the people use this on the side like that are making up to, like, the average at starting is like $1,800 a month. Okay, so that's extra income. So you need that extra income. Now here's the 2 websites. The one is called Steady, SteadyApp.com. Okay, Steady, SteadyApp.com. They've organized all these stuff, and you put in your zip code, you see what kind of gigs are around for there. I mean, you could be a server at a party and make $100 tonight or something like that, and you just do it tonight, and you never see the people again if you don't want, or you keep doing it again. They're going to take effort, and you have to find out, and maybe not make a lot of money at a time, but you have to work at it and see how to. Those that work at it longer are the ones who make more money. Now, here's another one. Here's a way to take a seminar, a free seminar on how to make money doing this. And they worked it out, and they show you what. And this is the one that people who finish this course that's free, and it's out in San Francisco. The city has paid to have this developed, because they want people to be able to earn money. Here, it's called SAMA SCHOOL. So SAMA School, SAMASCHOOL.org. Remember, org. I'm only telling you about .orgs and .gov. Sometimes I got .coms, and you take that course, and that will teach you about this stuff too. And that's how to get extra income, and figure that out. Sure, it's not going to be, you don't press a button and people send you cash. The people you're going to spend money on the internet to make money, they promise you that, and it's still going to take a lot of work. So do it for free, do it legit. People aren't promising. These are real, people need to hire people. We're hiring more and more people this way. I mean, this is the fastest growing part of our economy. People who are working at home for companies that just use you, part-time or freelance, or only when you want to work, because they have all kinds of people. I mean, people, one of my favorite ways to do it is talking in English to Chinese students in the middle of the night, right? Because that's in the middle of their day, and they want somebody to talk to. So on the internet, you could do that. And they make $15-20 an hour, or whatever it is, like that, up to 25. I mean, that's usually range is from $15 to about $30 an hour, most of it. I mean, if you're more technical, then it's there. What's the name of the website you just named? Okay, there's 2. Steady App, SteadyApp.com, and the other one is SAMASCHOOL.org. Okay, so samaschool.org, SAMASCHOOL. Now, I have all this in a report that's about 30 pages. So if you're a member of Lesko Help, I'll send you this stuff with a whole bunch of additional videos to help you find, and all the descriptions and more in depth about all these things. So you have this, and to get that monkey off your back if you have debt at all. And it's even if you don't have debt, I mean, to make an appointment with these counselors, because they help you find rental housing or buy a house or all these kind of things. They know a lot. They won't know everything. None of us, no one person knows everything. That's why you have to go keep finding things that are maybes. That's what it is. Please send me these reports, please. Frank, you got to go to Lesko Help and ask Frank because I'll forget. Are you putting these websites up tonight, Matthew? If I may not get you till in the morning, but go to Let's Go Help and ask for a copy of the report, and they'll all be in there. The report's done more or less. I'm going to put an introduction in. I haven't done that, so you get it without an introduction. But you've got the introduction because I just gave it now, so you're going to see all that, now. So it is. I think it's really needed. That freedom debt relief. That's the bad guy. Just got $25 million. They're called freedom debt relief, and all these people still advertise. Anybody who's paying money to advertise on the radio or the internet, they have to get money from you so that they could pay that. And see, that's why Google, is going to show you them before they show you the place I'm telling you about, because those people don't get paid and they don't pay Google. So they already got paid their salaries by the government, So debt relief. Now, if you Google debt relief, you get 108 million websites, 108 million. Wow. So that's what I mean. It's now the companies and people banned from debt relief. That's almost 2,000 companies. The Federal Trade Commission, they have a whole list of them there too. I had to count them this afternoon to get that list to know how many accusers, how many of the signs of a debt relief scam. See, setting credit card debt. Oh, here's another thing. Who is settling credit card debt? Let's see. There's another thing that I've been coping with debt. Say, okay, $1,000. Oh, debt collectors. Oh, they also have the Federal Trade Commission has a listing of bad debt collectors, and there's 221 bad debt collectors. These are people saying, see, debt collectors, what they have to do is scare the pants off you so they make sure you pay. Okay, so what happens when they do that? They they break the law because there are rules regulating them, and you can find out about that at the Federal Trade Commission, ftc.gov. So, and if you go debt collection FAQs, and you'll see that debt collectors have to follow rules, and the ones that get your money usually the ones that don't follow the rules because they want to scare the pants off you, and they're hopefully won't get caught. But see, if they do that to you, you could get $1,000 from them. See, they have to pay you $1,000, for not following the rules. So that's what you want to know. Thanks for your videos. I'm on my way to starting a business. Oh, great. Thanks. We just enjoy your company. To take the time to help us means a great deal. Oh, thank you, Frank. That's what we're all here to do. Independent consumer activists don't show debt settlement companies. Hardship plans. See, that's another thing you can get out of your debt as a hardship plan. So they're able to do that. How to negotiate with your credit card company. See, and I give you all this detail in the report for members. That's what I want to do, is have a place that members can go for $20. That's it. So I'll be your Washington lobbyist. I know this stuff more than any lobbyist. Lobbyists only work for rich people. So, and the average person doesn't realize, what they could use this. I've been studying 40 years probably now or whatever, and able to see, hey, and what the government calls it and what it really is usually two different things. I mean, one of my favorite stories since day one of doing this, where the government has a program, and they still have it, this is 40 years later, called the Urban Homesteading Act. But it's really houses for $1. And that's what I started calling it 40 years ago, when I see the government finally changed the name to it. So instead of joining, if you don't want, you go to HUD .gov and put in dollar homes, and you'll find out about the program. And it's really local. They have local. It's all locally. See that's the important part, and that's why it's complicated. People think there's just something in all in Washington. No, hardly anything. You won't go to Washington for hardly anything. It may be washing money, but the washing money falls down to the local. Are you planning to put the website up tonight? That's you, Frank. Who else? Okay, anybody have a question, or anybody used any of these companies could, give us some insight on these things. Mr. Lesko was often passing on TV and YTV in the 80s. Yeah, I was. When you were a kid, yeah, so was I. Has anybody won the suit? I don't. I haven't looked. I've been trying to do it this. So send me an email. You want to still apply to see, the email is leskofreeradio@gmail.com. And number 7, the 7th one I'm going to do. What's the name of the website you just named? I think you got it again. But the 2 websites are, where the heck is that form? Let me see those 2 websites. Steadyapp.com and then SAMASCHOOL.org. Okay, guys, if no more questions or nobody has a story for me, I'm gonna call it a night. Okay, so you could ask me about this thing, and I'll send you a copy of it in the morning. I am in the military. I want one of those. I went to one of those companies. They told me they could not help because of that. That's interesting. Couldn't help you because you're in the military. No, that's stupid. Because the military, you have even special programs for that. So go, find out. Go to HUD.gov and look for a local counselor, a HUD housing counselor. You are amazing. Thank you for your help. Oh, thank you, Miriam. Is China going to replace the Federal Reserve notes with their own global currency? It looks like they want to. I just enjoy your comment. I watched, what's his name from Facebook, or listened to him on the radio. I was in the car doing that, and that was sort of interesting. Always good to see you. Yes, always good to be seen. The Skype's channel. So anybody else need something? Let me know, Wanda, and I'll be here. And on Let's Go Help, I'll choose somebody tomorrow morning when I get up. All right, thank you, Elizabeth. Boy, see, find something you want to help people with and figure out how to get paid for it. I think that's the key. My school was for a profit school, and it was closed now. I can get help about student loans. Yes, the student loans and what you have, they're closed. Yes, there's 2 places. One, go to consumerfinance.gov and put in student debt, and you're looking for the student loan ombudsman at the Department of Education. Okay, yes, make sure you fight for them. And then there's a whole bunch of people. If you remember, I'll send you a bunch of organizations, nonprofit organizations that will help fight for you on that too. See, there's a lot of nonprofit organizations that will, they want to do good in the world, and they get grant money to help fight for you to get your money back. I mean, you got ripped off, right? And see, that was the problem. All these for-profit schools. That's why I think for-profit schools are terrible. Because that's what they're doing. They're making you pay them. They get all their money from you, who get it as a loan, and then you're in debt. And who the hell knows what you have, if it's of any value or not. And you won't know that until you find out it isn't, right? My school was attending was for-profit. Give us the 3 best websites. 3 best websites. There's 5, and the video I have that explains those, and there's 5 of them. That it's locally, and you can't. Every county is different, So I show you in the in the report, the video shows you how to find them locally. But you can always start by calling 211. I'm in Baltimore, need to buy a house asset. My lease is up on 30%. I got minimal money saved and just starting building my credit in advance. I already rejected by Wells Fargo for a grant. Well, keep looking for grants. There's a lot in Baltimore, a lot in Maryland. Again, go to HUD counselor, okay, and ask, HUD.gov, and then when you're in there, look for housing counselor. Talk to one of those people. They're free. They'll know about stuff. They won't know everything. I mean, like Maryland even has a program. They give you money if you have student loan debt. You have to have student loan debt for them to give you down payment money as a grant. You have to have, you hear that? You have to have student loan debt. That's your requirement for getting that grant. Crazy. I don't understand. We got rejected because we make over $80,000. Okay, now there's another thing that there's a crowdfunding site that gives you up to $50,000 for a down payment, okay? And that reduces your, I mean, if you make $80,000, then a lot of grants for people who are lower income, but there's other ways to do it too. And like and also through companies. See, Maryland has also a listing of companies that help you buy homes. As an employee, if you work for certain organizations in Maryland, they have a deal with the state government that they give you money to help you buy a home. Also, there's websites, I forget their names, I have it in my peer-to-peer loans. If you're a member, just ask me for peer-to-peer loans. And what they do is give you $50,000, help you buy a house, and that brings down your monthly payment. So your monthly payment, is a lot less, and it helps you. It gets your monthly lower because you don't have to buy mortgage insurance. If you're giving that kind of down payment, you don't have to give mortgage insurance. So that's another $100, $200 a month or something like that. And then what happens? You don't pay that money back when you sell the house. On the appreciation, they get a percentage of that appreciation. That's how they get their money back. Okay, so that's a pretty cool thing. I thought about Matthew Lesko School. Oh, thank. How about that? Oh, there's a lot of crazy thoughts going around and up in there, but it's fun. I appreciate that I'm able to do this and able to keep doing it, and I hope to do it for 20 more years. I mean, it's not hard labor. It's just brain power. And does Pennsylvania have similar programs for running? Yes, every state does, and every county, every city, and they're different everywhere. That's why there's no one place. I do a custom report for like $60. Then I'll give you all the programs for your city. So that includes your city, your county, your state, the federal websites, everything like that. Okay, and that's what I do. And if you're looking for that, you go www. Let's go tutor. Maybe it's the best. Okay. And the other thing, to be a member, and I think that's the best deal I have. How can a pastor get? Yeah, why not? You make money, it doesn't matter. Here's how to be a member. free.lesko.com/leskohelp. And I do most of the work myself, and I screw up a lot because of my age, I think, and I do too much, and I screw up. So, I hope you're kind. Someone yelled at me because I screwed up. I think they yelled at me because I said, you deal with me, I may screw up. Instead of trying to be perfect, I can't. Nobody is perfect, and How can a pastor get money to buy houses? Same way everybody else. Oh, to buy the building of his church. Oh, that's different. Well, that's a nonprofit. I mean, then you have to do go the nonprofit work. All right. No, you're just right, exactly. And everybody pretends they're not human, that everything. That's why all my work is maybe. You may get money and you may not. I may screw up, I may not, and if I'm promising you everything, then yeah, I can't do that. But people do that so they get your money and they worry about the rest later. uh, okay, guys. I think what just shows that you're human. Yes, yes, Elizabeth, are you human? Right. And that's why it makes life easier if you admit it, trying to be something you're not. That's why when I started wearing question mark suits and just, oh man, just you got to bring the outside or the inside out. We're all trying to be somebody else and fake it. Nah, as you said, be human. Nikki, haven't seen you for a while. Nikki. So nice to see you. So if I can help you, don't forget it. Lesko Help. That's a closed Facebook group where I help people. Everybody gets individual 10. Tell me what you're looking for. I get you the websites. I give you the websites or whatever. And I have reports. I have about 40 or 50 of them now on all kinds of problems, and new opportunities that come up on government programs. Like I just, this really, a lot of people bid on, seem to be popular, is that how to get a job, a gig job from the government with the census. I mean, it's very flexible. You work when you want or whatever. They're dying. They got to hire 500,000 people in the next couple of months, just the way you are. Well, thank you, Elizabeth. Let me know. You can always reach me. Lesko free. And if I don't answer in 2 days, you yell at me like an email, and that you yell at me, and I don't answer again. You keep yelling at me. Same way in Lesko Help, I say it, and it's on Facebook, and I have trouble figuring out how to find the thing because people are answering to answers to, like a thread, and they're down at the bottom letter, and that doesn't show up easily for some reason, and so it's hard to find. So just start a new discussion with just you, and here's what I want. Lesko, get off your ass and help me, okay? And I want to, so just help me do it. How and how much are your reports? The reports, I have 2 reports to do. One for business, starting a business anywhere, that's like $70 or $79. The other one is $59, that's for housing. So all the programs for housing. And then I have another report that's $79 for, gives you every program in your state. Okay, that's called my one-stop. Now, if you're a Lesko member, I show you how to do that yourself and give you all the tools. I show you a sample report. And so where they're all this in one state, and then I have a little video, 35 separate little videos that show you what kinds of things you could ask for in your state. Then I show you, a sample office in a state where that is, and then you could find it in your state. Is there any way to rewind this broadcast? Yes. As soon as I'm finished, it'll be, it takes a little while to process, and then it'll be available on YouTube and Lesko Help closed Facebook group for you to see it from the beginning. How to become a member. I thought you would never ask, Elizabeth. You go to free.lesko.com. Lesko Help. Yeah, that's how to become a member. It's $20, and you eat as much as you want. Ask me every day. And then after 2 days, you don't hear from one of those things. Then the best way is to start another discussion, whatever. And what's nice there is that other people are helping. See, that's what I'm looking for, is to have other people who've done it. They've done this already. They learned from me or somebody else, or they know something that they could share with the rest of us. And they give me stuff they give you sources that I don't even know. See, I can't know everything. The real Star Trek data. Whatever it is. Thank you. Good keep. Oh, wonderful. So that's what I'm trying to have Lesko help. I mean, I've had a lot of clubs over the years. I never worked very well. This is the best feedback I've had in 40 years of doing this. Yeah. How do you find out if it's available for South Carolina? It is. I'm not sure which one, but yes, everything is, it's just will be called different, it'll be separate. So like if you're a member, you watch those videos of the 35 and then you see, hey, here's where that is. And I think Georgia is a sample state. Okay, Georgia, it's at the Department of Health. So then you look at the Department of Health and say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. The biggest problem with information, you don't know what the hell you're looking for. So you see what it's called, what it's referred to, then it's easier to find. And that's what, this is why, well, I don't wear question mark suits as much anymore. I wear both question marks or hearts. Yeah, I'm a single father with 4 kids, that is getting buried. Wow, at the end of the month. After I pay everything, I have maybe $20 left. Okay, Sean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff you should start looking at. The first thing you should do is go here. Emergency cash, okay? And contact those 4 groups and tell them that. Don't say, hey, I'm looking for money. No, you're looking for help, And the organizations there say they're there to help people like you, Sean, who trying to raise 4 kids as a single dad. Man, there's nothing more important. Single parents are the most important thing in our country right now, because you're taking care of tomorrow for us. And if you don't do it, man, then those kids, who knows what's going to happen. So that's very important. That's why I have a scholarship at the local community college. It's just for single parents, because they're need the help. So call each of those, on that emergency cash video. And actually, you could see those 35 videos of the kinds of help that's available. At free.lesko.com, Lesko member. That's where I have the 35 videos, so you could watch them there to see the kinds of things you could find in your government and what to ask for. Okay. Oh my God, thank you very much. Good. Well, see, that's why if I have something that maybe help somebody else, this is what we all should be doing, I think. Are there any resources to help with lingering credit card debt in Ohio? Yes. The first half hour of this, when this is closed, you go back and watch the first half hour of this crash, and it's all about that. It lays it out for you. And if you're a member of Lesko Help, I'll send you all the links, a report on all links, but you could squeeze it out of the video too if you just watch that, because I tell you what to do. Well, thank you. You don't know how much. Oh, that's nice, Sean. See, that's what we are here for, all of us, and it's just doing it, and it takes. And when you do work in helping people, then it takes away your time that you will spend worrying about yourself, and that's endless, because life is difficult. So if you worry about all the bad stuff that happens to you, and it does to all of us, then you really got to concentrate on helping other people, so you don't have to do that all the time and be wrapped up in that stuff that is just only you, because you're gonna live and die probably no matter what the hell you think, right? So you might as well do it helping somebody else, because that feels good. What life does to you probably is shitty, but when you're helping somebody else, oh, that feels nice. It's like loving a bunny or something like that. So you might as well get that good stuff. So you have to create it. It doesn't come to you. You have to create it. That's why, to me, when I have more fun in my life, so I wear stupid looking clothes. I create my own fun. Pay it forward, the world will be better. Yes, sir. And I will thank you again. Great, thank you. And that's the nicest thing. That's worth so much to me. Okay, guys, let this old guy go to bed. Okay. Thanks to everybody.